So today I'd like to talk to you just for a little bit of time about something that I think really sums up the little island that I'm from. Um, as people of this country, we have an incredibly strong connection both to the sea and to the beach. All around us, regardless of what community you happen to come from, the seaside is always a very harmonious place, a place where everybody just gets along. I myself went to secondary school in a renovated castle called O'Hara's Castle, right up on the cliff overlooking the sea in a town called Port Stewart. And so I spent a large amount of my time growing up in this little town, and a large amount of that time, when I was younger especially, was spent in the water. And as I'm sure everybody knows, boys will be boys. And we soon find ourselves bored of just playing around or going for a walk. And we find ourselves a much more exciting activity. We find what we called jumping, what other people might call cliff diving. So there are a number of different rocks of different heights and magnitude called things like the Gun or the Bullet or Blue Pool. And these are just different outcroppings of rocks with very deep water all around them. And while it might sound very scary, and at times it could be, it served really as a rite of passage for so many people from the surrounding area. And because it was a location by the sea, lots of people would go on their summer holidays there. And so this little ritual kind of got passed through so many different groups and generations. I'm now 26. I live in Belfast now, but it's still never more than a few weeks or months before I bump into somebody new who has fond, foolish memories of jumping into the sea. And I think it's a really good example of how these smaller things really speak to the kind of community that's always there and how much more we have in common with each other than we don't.